How we doing? Malachi first. OMG. Hi. When are you coming back over? I need help. I just took some stuff to where I could do it, and I was like, well, I guess I'll just leave this till Malachi comes back over to help me with this. Thanks, Dina. I appreciate you. How's everyone doing? Abby, Noel, or Noel, forgive me, I'm not sure. Olivia, Janet, Dina, Meg, Alyssa, Casey, Victor, Skimpy, Hassan, Nayla, Liana, Angel, Lady Brown downtown, Victor, Teresa, Polina, Bree, Miss Kiwi, Fakia. Hey, girl, where have you been? Anushka, Ed, hello, Ed. Hi, Lindsay, Petrusia, Trixie Molnar, hello. New to tube. Is that new? New? Hi. Did I get a tan? Yeah, it's summertime, so I've been outside and hanging. KMV, welcome. Thanks. KMV, I just told my husband was like, is it hot in here? I can get the AC going. And I was like, oh, the hot hasn't hit me yet. And then I was like, I wonder if I'm going to have to yell at anybody today because that makes me hot. And then KMV said, I need some yelling a little bit. So just so you know, I'm sacrificing my own comfortability when I yell at you guys. With love. Shelly, Maddie, Anna, Casey, Mary, hello. Christina, Barbara, Sophia, Cassandra, Ed, yeah, Fila realness. I love Fila. I had it when I was in middle school, and it's back again, and I'm probably one of their number one customers. Dina says, I was just at a big event and told everyone about Roxy Talks changing the world. Woo. Thanks, Dina. I appreciate you. Patricia, what I need to do if I want college acceptance? I'm desperate. You sound desperate. You need to chill out. Things don't come through desperation. They come through allowance, ease, peace, knowing that it's going to happen for you and choosing that reality instead of desperately hoping for it. Oh, no, I didn't turn the Wi-Fi off. Thanks, Dave. All right, let's make sure that our sound is still connected. Hi. I just put on the Ethernet cable, so hopefully the internet will be okay. Iman, hello. Karina, Maria. Desiree, hello, welcome. Stephanie, hello. Stephanie scripted 6 full journal pages today. That's amazing. I feel so damn good. She says, yeah, I can imagine. It's nice to release all that. Oh, we're going to be posting some journal prompts for you. I think it's tomorrow, actually. We have some self-love focused journal prompts on our Instagram. So if you're not following me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram at Roxy Talks. Obviously, if you're not in the Facebook group, Black Moon Society, join it if you're in the Facebook group right now. Hi. What else was I gonna say? Oh, and this week Thursday is our next summer workshop. It's the self-love workshop, so I'm really excited. This is where we're gonna be connecting with each other and really kind of getting into the community and getting into our love for ourselves and making, figuring out what love for ourselves looks like so that we can practice it as often as possible. So come to the self-love workshop on Thursday. It's via Zoom, so it's live. You can be anywhere in the world. And if you can't make it, you can still get a ticket and you'll get a recording sent to you. If you buy the bundle package for all of the workshops, even though we've already had one, you'll still get the recording for all 3. So if you want them all, you can still get that. Maddie, thank you so much. I appreciate your kind words. Thank you, Dina. Dina's got the self-love workshop pinned. She's got it in the chat. I'm going to pin it to the top. So if you want to join the self-love workshop happening on Thursday, 3 p.m. PST, The link's at the top of the chat on YouTube. Otherwise, go to roxytalks.com. So what are we talking about today? How are you? What are we, no, let's start with, what are we celebrating? What have we manifested? What's going good? What's going on? Fakiha says, I've been doing the work for my university application, taking a long ass time. Don't even put that part. But what is done, so I'm just going to chill. Proud of you. And yeah, who asked the question earlier? I didn't mean to yell, but you were yelling first, so I yelled back in your all caps. Patricia, you got to chill. Like, just like Fakiha is saying, like, you just have to be able to, like, it's going to be fine. I'm going to make it work. I'm going to choose the right reality. I'm going to be on top of it. And then you're doing meditation and self-love practices and things like that to keep your stress levels low, your anxiety low, so that you actually can keep yourself in headspace to manifest the best way possible. So another reason self-love is so good. Again, roxytalks.com for the self-love workshop. I should have made a little graphic for it. I'll just put up roxytalks.com. Carla, how did I become a mindset coach? I was like, wait, hold on. I didn't read everyone's. Hold on. I asked you guys for your successes and I didn't read them. I'm sorry. Let me read these first. Okay. Teresa says, so need that workshop. Come down. Come on down. KMV says, I just added money flows to me easily when love is the main thing on my mind. And my grandmother called me to tell me she's giving me a $14,000 check from the sale of her Florida apartment. Wow. That's amazing. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Ooh, Casey, this is a money week. Casey says manifested over $3,000 in a week. Yes, that's awesome. Nayla says a new car. Oh my gosh, everyone's so abundant. Oh my gosh. Hello. Hello. Hilarious. Okay, so Mindy says I have manifested driving a Porsche. Oh, previously. Nice. Heyoka said, oh, hi, how are you? Welcome back. Says, I had a success this week. I put my new single out and it's already get playlisted on 3 different radio stations. Yes, that's awesome. Yay. My inner musician is very excited for you. I'm the musician part of me, I meant to say. That's amazing. Fakia says, well, not to flex, my mom did hand me 3,000 taka. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I mean, I don't know. I'm so American. I'm sorry. I'm sure it sounds abundant and you are abundant and thank you. And as I shook my head, I remembered I need to mention my friend, my earrings are from Shop Lucky Drive. That's their Instagram. It's my friend's vintage shop. And they go perfect with my little jet ski Barbie outfit. So thanks, Misty. Appreciate you. And go follow and check out Shop Lucky Drive on Instagram, please. Okay. Oh yeah, someone asked how I became a mindset coach. I went to school I went to college clearly for behavioral science. So I've always been interested in people and their behavior and studying just understanding humans and their motives has just always been very fascinating to me. So that's what I went to school for. And then I'm a musician. So I was pursuing a music career, like all of my 20s and half of my 30s. And I got to the point where something in me was telling me I didn't want to do it anymore. It wasn't fulfilling me the same way. Like I didn't want the like music industry fame like I had always wanted my whole life. I just had this shift and I was like, I don't want this anymore. So I quit. And then like in my pursuit of trying to deal with that, I came upon YouTube coaches and this was like a couple years before I even did it. I just was like, oh, I would like to do that one day, but I didn't think I wasn't in a place where I could motivate people in my own mind. So it took me a few years, but I studied internet marketing. I eventually did start a YouTube channel. And then as I launched my business, I also switched my YouTube channel, like the old channel that I used to make videos on, onto a brand new channel that was just dedicated, just the Roxy Talks channel. Because I used to make these videos on my music channel, and so they weren't getting shown by YouTube to people. Obviously, the algorithm was not in my favor, and so when I launched my business and switched my channel over, that happened like at the same time, and everything just fell into place. Obviously, I was manifesting it, but how did I become the coach? I started studying manifestation in 2011, and I've just been like learning about it ever since. It's going to be my 10-year anniversary this year. And like as I learned about manifestation and started building my business, like those, and I was making that YouTube channel, everything kind of worked out together. I didn't necessarily know where it was going. It just like became obvious. And my degree actually really helped. And the thing that's weird about it is like I graduated college in 2008, and I've had that degree the whole time, and I never used it once. I never got hired for any job where they were like, you need that degree to get this job. So it's just very it's very synchronistic, let's say, that I did end up needing that degree. Not needing it, but using it, right? I use it a lot. So that helps me a lot with understanding how and why people keep manifesting the same things, where it comes from, helping them find their roots and all that stuff, and helps me help them figure out how to work around and through their patterns, their deep-seated beliefs, all the subconscious stuff, because I do have that background in behavioral science. So it all just was all very synchronistic and worked out exactly the way it was supposed to. Of course, why wouldn't it? I saw a super chat come through. Mary, thank you so much. I appreciate your generosity. Thank you. Do you have a question? I didn't see a question. I just saw the very generous super chat come through, but let me know if you got a question. Dina says, I want Roxy dolls. Girl, I always wanted that. I always wanted that when I was like, I always hoped I would, like Spice Girls dolls. I always wanted to have that, of course. What little girl doesn't want that? So maybe one day, maybe it'll all, all the stuff that I wanted for myself or intended for, like, got circumvented and still like led up to other places, and other things are falling into place the same way. So, I wouldn't be surprised. At least like a bobblehead or something would be. Ed says the Roxy doll would need a pink Porsche to drive. Baby, we need a pink Porsche. Porsche's, yeah, that's my husband's car. So he's he's a Porsche guy. He's a German car guy. Porsche is his, his car. When we see it, we're like, here's your car, babe. I can't be the only one person that does that, right? We're on a manifestation chat. Okay, focus. And immediately, Hassan says, what should we focus on manifesting if our partner asks for space? Okay. If your partner asks for space, great. It's time for you. You have the space, the time, the ability to focus on yourself. Space is the word, I guess. The space in your day and your mind to focus on yourself. So this is a great time to sign up for my self-love workshop happening on Thursday, to really get into the self-love stuff and do the things that make you happy and get yourself to the place where you need to be to manifest them to not need space from you, right? Because you're manifesting the space, but ultimately you're manifesting it for yourself so that you have the space to get where you need to be so that you can manifest them the way that you want them to be. Because right now those things are not matched up. Nina says, what do you do when you're the one who initially pushed your SP away? He gave me so many chances already, and I feel scared he won't give me another. If he doesn't give you another, it's because you're afraid he won't. That's the only thing, so like, do your best to erase that fear. I don't know if I've told you guys this. I tell this to my clients. You know, in Alice in Wonderland, in the OG Disney video, when towards the end, when she's like, after she escapes from the queen and she's like walking through that scary forest, and then she has like her footprints, and she like, I don't remember, she like wants to go back or whatever. She turns around, and there's been that like, it's like isn't it like a broom dog or something? And he's like been sweeping up her footprints behind her as she's been walking. I visualize that, or like a dustpan, just like erase, whatever it is, like on my mind. So whenever you'd have like this, I'm afraid you won't give me another, erase, dustpan, blow it away, or imagine like that dog or something behind you, just erasing that stuff as your thought process is going. No, just look back and you're like, oh, good thing that's not there anymore. Like it's gone. Just erase, get it out of there. Do what you got to do, because it's the focusing on the fear that makes those things manifest. If you do the work to get the thoughts out of your head when they're there and not let yourself spiral on them, then they don't have all that momentum to keep manifesting. So just work on not letting yourself go down that road. Where am I reading the questions from? Jacqueline, I see your chat on Facebook. So I should be, obviously I can see all the Facebook. There's 2 Facebook pages, Facebook group, and YouTube all at once. And so, yeah, Jacqueline, I can see your question. I saw that one. I don't see all of them because there's a lot coming through, but I definitely just saw that one. Emily, I like this question. Let's put it up here. Emily says, and Tiffany, I'll get to you in just a minute. How do you manifest someone with mostly just self-concept? Okay. This is, I mean, you're already doing this, okay? Like you're already manifesting them with your current self-concept. Your self-concept dictates, like, think about your self-concept as a glass ceiling. You only, and a glass bottom. We all have a bottom rung. I used to work with this bartender. He used to have the craziest stories. But one thing he'd always say was like, we all have our bottom rung. We all have our bottom rung. So like you have your, whatever like I won't take anything below this. And then you have your glass ceiling, right? So your bottom rung and your glass ceiling, we all kind of have that, which we allow ourselves to have, but through our beliefs of our ability to have it, obtain it, keep it, get it, deserve it, be worthy of it, whatever. Come upon it, be given it, be lucked into it, work yourself into it, whatever you think about it. That's what's going on. We have this like bandwidth of possibilities that we allow ourselves. And what was my question? Your current self-concept is manifesting that bandwidth, and this thing tells you what kind of relationships you'll have, and then like how you'll be treated in relationships, like from like strangers to your most close people. So how you expect to be treated through what has been shown to you through life and what you do with your thoughts throughout the day, that is like how you it's like, that's like the filter that okay, I'm trying to word this. That's like a filter. I'm trying to explain what I'm seeing in my head. I'm seeing a filter. We get that, right? So all potential possibilities of all people are existing, and like, let's say they're coming to you, and then you have your filter right here. And then, so only certain kinds of people, or excuse me, certain versions of people are going to be able to pass through like your, like I said, like a mesh, like a colander or whatever, your filter, because you have certain ideas or criteria with which you think people treat you and how blah, blah, blah. This is for everybody. I hope everyone's listening right now. Please listen. So all the infinite possibilities of everything coming to you has to go through this filter, which is that bandwidth I talked about, like your glass ceiling and your bottom rung. Everything has to go through that filter, and that's where you choose or manifest any version out of the infinite that exists out there for you. So think of that mesh. I don't know. I just see mesh, that filter, a coffee filter, a colander. That's your self-concept. So I just keep seeing these random images. I'm seeing like things being filtered through like lush velvet, or things being filtered through like a cheap coffee filter from the dollar store. What is your filter, right? Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, you get, right? Are you just getting the finest of the fine, or are you getting any like lumpy dumpy thing that exists out there that doesn't fall through your this is like a in the moment like thing that's like I'm getting as I'm saying it, so I hope that makes sense. So think of that filter as your self-concept. Do you have to change your self-concept? Should you change your filter? Yeah, you should. It's nasty. You know what I mean? Like anybody that has like a Brita filter or like one of those tap filters, you know how nasty those filters get, and they're full of crap after a while. So once you change your filter, once you change your self-concept, you just naturally manifest better for yourself because you raise your bottom rung and you raise the whole bandwidth. You raise your bottom and you raise your top. So that's how. And that's why you don't need to work so hard on people, because when you work hard on people, you take away time from yourself to fine tune that filter and raise that bandwidth for yourself. Your bandwidth stays here and you're over here fucking with what's in your filter, all that like lumpy dumpy, all the lumpy dumpy pieces of coal and rocks that are in your filter. You're sitting there fucking with like, oh, this is nasty. I like this. I want something better. Meanwhile, like go back to your filter, elevate your filter standards, and then you don't have to dig through all that stuff. You're going to be left with the finest refined version of everything. Does that make sense? Please, everybody, let me know. Oh, good. I manifested. Mindy says that makes so much sense. That was already there when I scrolled down. Okay, great. Okay, I had a super chat from Tiffany. I can't get distracted. I'm focusing. There we go. Tiffany, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Says, wanted to attend is it gala or gala? A gala. I want to say gala. Wanted to attend a gala, and my fave group was performing. Was zero evidence to support that I could go. I kept saying I was there and felt it 9 p.m. the night before a ticket came available and I met my girl. Okay, Tiffany, here's the deal. That I had a synchronization with that of yours, because hold on, I'm yelling at you because I got excited. I'm gonna pop this up here because I wanted to switch the question. I was watching, there's a Netflix thing called like That's the, what is it? Is it That's the 90s? Yeah, it's like a 90s thing. Obviously, into the 90s. And there was a whole episode on Boys to Men. So I watched this whole Boys to Men episode, randomly pick up my phone and open it up. And the first thing on my timeline is, and I know it wasn't Boys to Men, but like it was a male R&B group on stage singing. And I was like, babe, look at my phone. Like it was just, you know, so I have my own synchronicity with that experience. And that's just crazy that, also proud of you. That's really amazing. You're so powerful. How fun. Okay. Cassidy. Okay, good. Cassidy's doing what we said about the time. Oh, here we go. Here's the beginning of yours. Cassidy says, I'm coming back from your last week advice. You told me to manifest that my SP added a picture of me instead of on his Instagram. Tiff, hi, how are you? We need to catch up. Yeah, I almost said something. We need to catch up. Okay. Sorry. I'm so focused. You told me that it would shake. You told me that it would shake things up. I did what you said and haven't looked back at all. In my head, they already broke up and I'm on his timeline. Good. Just keep at it. Just keep at it. Leanne, thank you. Thank you, timestamp. The filter analogy. I love it. Thank you, Leanne. Appreciate you. Someone says, wish we could voice that on here. Do you know what kind of a mess that would be? That would just be a bunch of people screaming at each other, incoherent. Mercury Kempster says, Roxy, what should I do? Or excuse me, how should I deal with my SP who wants to talk to me about a third party? Should I just change the subject? like, yeah, I always answer this to people, like, if you have to deal with like your trigger, your SP in the 3D, be as neutral as possible. Your crush or whatever, be neutral be neutral as possible. Sorry. So I'm gonna take a look at this thing. Just be cool. Oh yeah, cool. Yeah. You may be like flipping, like you're doing all the flipping work. You're doing all the mindset work, the focus, flipping your thoughts, damage control. That's the word I like to use. You're doing that as you're just like, oh, cool. This is the greatest conversation I've ever had. I'm so glad we're having it. This is great. I love it. Congratulations. Anyways, what about, like, I don't know. I would just just be neutral. Again, be neutral. And then in your mind, you're cleaning up what they're saying and you're cleaning up your feelings and making sure, cleaning up your thoughts and making sure that you're not like freaking out and letting what they're saying sway you on your manifestation. Like they're yours already. And if they're talking about, I don't even care. It doesn't really matter if it has nothing to do with what I want to hear about. I'm just going to tune it out and pretend I'm hearing what I want to hear and work on it. Mindy, thank you so much. Sorry, I wonder. No, I'm not going to affirm that. I just was like, all these things are happening. My cat's here. I'm trying to find something else. Tiffany is talking about the 80s and the 90s, and then I'm tripping out because Emily Unfiltered says Roxy has no filter when it comes to telling you to clean your filter, and like that. That like just made my mind like short circuit. I was like, what? Emily Unfiltered says Roxy has no filter when it comes to telling you to clean your filter. Okay. Overload. All right. Woo. Okay, Mindy, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Oh my gosh. Okay. I can easily focus. I'm very focused today. And it's easy to pick out one question at one time. This is my truth. This is my reality. Emily Unfiltered. All right. How would you suggest someone manifest kind, supportive family members? By saying that they are that. And just like I was talking about in the last question about like how do you respond when you're SP's talking about a third party, you kind of do the same thing. You're just like with your family. Like family is one of those things that it seems hard because they've like been like some of them have been like that before you even got to the planet. And so it feels like they don't change and they are who they are and you know them very deeply. Family also knows all of your buttons. They can push them immediately. They know right where they lead to and things like that. So people, I think, tend to think that family is hard. But what I have noticed is that people changing their family happens so fast. And I need to start saying this about people changing their SP. I just realized that, like, I say a lot, like, oh man, people's family comes faster than SP. I'm not going to say that anymore. Everyone manifests people so easily because manifesting people is easy. So to make your family members kind and supportive, then you describe them as such when you're not in their presence. When they're on your mind, they are only supportive, kind, trusting, got your back cheerleaders, have your best interests at heart. And if they're doing something in your 3D world, you're doing what I was talking about earlier, where you're kind of like erasing what's going on and inserting or doing the damage control or filling that space with something, the kind supportive, like, oh, you walk in the house and they're like, what the fuck are you wearing? In your head, you're like, they are always so supportive and have the nicest things to say. And you just kind of like, you're telling yourself that story internally and then just playing neutral in the 3D. That's my way of, that's how I do just like play it cool, Chillosaurus Rex, be cool as a cucumber in the 3D. So you're not adding any more like, turbulence to your story as it is. And you can keep things going up here by like, this is great. Everything's working out. Oh my God, this is perfect. Yes, this is that. I love this. Everything's fine. feeling your feelings. I'm not talking about like not feeling. I'm just saying don't let your thoughts run away with the circus on these things. Okay, Nicole says hi from California. Well, guess what, Nicole? Hello from California back. I'm there too. Okay, all right. So I see super chats coming through. Okay, Lovingly Shay, hello, says, thanks for the super chat. What does it mean that my SPs are always in long-term relationships? I've done inner child work, SP workshop. I'm stumped. Okay. So if they're always in a long-term relationship, like just without knowing more about your story, to me, that says that's protection. This thing. I always do this. That's like my symbol for arm's length distance. That's like what goes up in my mind immediately. Like, boop. Nope. You can only come this close. You can't get any closer. And you are essentially protecting yourself at the end of the day, from something getting too serious or real or close, or I don't know what your deal is, but something getting too blah, 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 so that, if or when the inevitability of them leaving you, or if you're not good enough to keep them, or if love doesn't last, or all that stuff, when that thing comes through and you lose them, like the less deep your relationship is, the less painful it's going to be on you, right? Like, so if it was somebody that you were living with and they broke your heart, it's not going to be as damaging, or excuse me, would be like more damaging, like having to move out and break up and somebody you thought you were living your life with, versus somebody who's like, oh, they're already in a long-term relationship. We don't even have that kind of, like, they're not in my house. You don't have as many ties to it. It's not as deeply rooted within you. And so that is like, it's self-preservation or protection. And that's kind of where you would want to look. And so if you did the SP workshop, that's glad you did it. You're going to go to look at your module 1 stuff and look at where you had to protect yourself, either from loss, from somebody, or excuse me, where you maybe experienced loss, moving around a lot. Sometimes people have like had money and then like lose their money, divorce, people in the army that, like people that can't really set down roots, or like kids that kind of have to, again, move around a lot, or just moving houses, being taken away from where you're at. Things like worry and fear of losing what we have, or witnessing a relationship that like never fully like connected. Again, without knowing your situation, I'm just telling you things that are the most common situations that I see from people. So if you're manifesting people that are not available to you emotionally or physically, that is ultimately going to boil down to self-worth. Am I good enough to have them, keep them, or have it, keep it, whatever it is, and probably that you're protecting yourself from being hurt or harmed from the inevitable loss of it. Because again, ultimately we're not good. I'm not going to finish the sentence, but that's where it's usually what's at the bottom of that hole. Okay, Mindy, thank you so much for the super chat. Okay. Say, for instance, someone is manifesting wanting to be with Justin Bieber. How can it be coming for them since he is since he's married? Okay, so there's infinite, near infinite realities or versions of Justin Bieber out there. A bunch where he's married. There's probably a bunch of realities where he's married to Selena, a bunch where he's not married to anybody, a bunch where he's married to who knows who, a bunch where he's not even a singer. He's just a Canadian boy you've never heard of. Like, it's just, there's all kinds of different versions of him. And in your reality, you are experiencing a projection of yourself dressed as looking like in the Justin Bieber suit, and it's a hologram essentially. And so he's doing what you affirm he's doing. And if you are convinced of celebrity status and distance and somebody living far and being rich and famous and having a wife and having all these barriers, then they do. If you realize that barriers are just in the mind, then I don't know, just tell me what happens in your reality. It's you can't think that Ariana Grande fan says, a friend of mine is also trying to manifest Justin Bieber. And it's interesting because I wanted to be like, yeah, trying. You know what I'm saying? There is no try, there's only do. What does he say? Where's Yoda? What's that Yoda quote? And then here comes Nicole, says my friend's daughter got to meet Justin Bieber. So, you know, and I've manifested famous people, and there's people in this chat I know for sure that have manifested famous people before too. So it's just what you think they are. If you think that they're, you know, it's hard to get to them, there's going to be lots of barriers. Ooh, okay. Queenie, I'm just about to get to you. Just give me 1 second. I just have to, I got to read this one because it got me. Dina says, delete the word trying, everyone. Saying this for myself too. Girl, you better. I love you, but girl, I just caught my own stare in the my little iPad I have. It's like got a delay. Okay, so Regina, I just have to say real fast, says, hi Roxy, I wanted to manifest winning the lottery. Everything happened just as I visualized, except it was my brother who won and asked me to claim his winnings. Where did I go wrong? You didn't. And actually I would say, where did you go wrong? Was in that sentence itself is where you went wrong, because you didn't go wrong, and saying that it's wrong is making it wrong and canceling out. Like, you manifested a lottery win in your reality so freaking close to you that needs to be celebrated. And I don't recognize your name, so I'm thinking maybe you're new. We had Sana like 3 weeks ago or something. I think it was like 3 weeks ago. She said, I'm manifesting a raise or a promotion. That's the word. I'm manifesting a promotion at my work. My friend got a promotion. My friend at work got a promotion. I was so excited. I celebrated for her. Yeah. She told us that, came in the chat and told us. We all celebrated together. I can't remember if it was 1 week or 2 weeks later. She comes back. She got her promotion. So the whole point of that story was that, like, she did manifest the promotion in her reality. She did that. And even though it feels like it's not close enough to you to call yours, it is yours because it's your reality, and it's only your reality. There's only you in it. And so if you manifested that money in your reality that close to you, you are on the right track. And so saying that you did something wrong is like, you know, that meme, I'm seeing that meme of that. It's like there's like it's like a split screen, and there's like a guy like digging down to get to like some diamonds, and or maybe it's not two screens. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. But he's like digging down to get some diamonds. He gets like some small ones, and he's just about to get this like giant, huge diamond, and he like turns around and goes home because he's like, not close enough, or whatever. So I would say that I would call that a birds before land. I don't really like use that or really know much about the theory itself, to be really honest with you, but I would call that like, you manifested a lottery win in your reality. Do not deny it. It's yours. And there's more coming once you realize that. And then also it's like, this is also like displaying a lot of lack. It's like, oh, there's only one lottery win. No, it happens like 3 times a week, all over the place, all over the country. There's so much money that you could win in the lottery. Money is abundant. Money is already everywhere. You don't have to like do anything to get it except understand that you already have it. So you go to claim those winnings and you're pretending the whole way. And from this point forward, those are your winnings. Those are your winnings. Change that manifestation because your mind's in the future. If you take this moment right now as your body is experiencing the 3D manifestation of winning the lottery, and your mind is in the future projection saying, I didn't win the lottery, I did something bad, you have canceled out winning the lottery. But if you take this moment to say, I won the fucking lottery, and you're really real, and you're going to go you literally are about to go claim winnings. Like, I don't think a lot of us have ever experienced that. Like, you're going to be able to visualize really what you're going to go there and claim these winnings and experience exactly. You are I can't. You did it. Like, you're going to go into that office and not even have to pretend that you're in there claiming lottery wins. I won the fucking lottery, bitch, I'm gonna claim my money. Like, that's where you want to go with it, because your mind's building the future. And also, here's another thing. Just statistically, people that have won the lottery are like statistically higher to win it again. I don't know the numbers, and I could be making that up, but I know that like people people having multiple lottery wins is a common phenomenon, but it's because it's manifestation. And once you're like, I won the lottery, oh my god, I did it, oh my god, holy shit, blah, blah, you are setting yourself up for another win. So that's where I would go with it. Thank you. And congratulations, you won the lottery. That's amazing. Queenie, thank you so much for the super chat, says. SP just told me he will only ever see me as an acquaintance and will never care since I had pushed him too far. How could I stay positive, feeling lost? I mean, listen. All right. I'm having my own internal struggle right now because part of me wants to be gentle with you. Part of me wants to like, so because I'm supposed to be being my authentic self, how could I stay positive? Girl, don't. I love you. We are not here to come here and commiserate with you in your agony. How could you stay positive? Because it's the thing that's going to get you your relationship. Because there's nothing more important than what you're doing with your mind. And you have already manifested him reflecting your unworthiness to you. And it's time that you need to step it up in here so that the world can reflect it back to you. You're feeling lost? No, you're not. You're feeling found right now. You're feeling understanding and understood. You're feeling exactly the way you need to feel because you feel like you know exactly what to do for yourself. You feel good because you're liberated and you are at a place where you have a sense of understanding of yourself that you know now that it's important to manifest you being your best self, and it has nothing to do with your SP. If you don't manifest yourself being your best, your SP is going to show you exactly what you truly feel about yourself. Okay? I want to say that again for everybody. If you need to work on yourself and your self-concept because your specific person is reflecting back to you exactly how you feel about yourself and exactly what you say about yourself. So how could you stay positive? Because there's no other option. Meditate, cry it out, go run, get a punching bag, go walk a dog, call a friend, do some dancing in your living room, do something, scream, rage, whatever you have to do. Transmute this energy, get it out of your body, and then, who am I? I'm in control. I have the power. This is my reality. I'm not letting someone else, my manifestation, tell me how I'm going to act from now on and what I'm getting. No, my mind is in the future. It's always creating the next moment. So I'm going to get control of this. And I'm not going to say stuff like, how could I stay positive? I'm going to say things like, how could I not stay positive when I know that I'm doing everything with my thinking? What could possibly be more in control than what I think about myself and how the world treats me? If your thoughts and all that stuff is replicating, nothing is more important. Okay? So flipping this up around, that person sees your worth. He sees your value. He does want to be with you. You are the one for him. And he's just stewing in it while you figure it out for yourself. Okay? So send him away. He's good. He's good to go wherever he's at. He's thinking about you and reevaluating. Okay? Great. In the meantime, you are learning to see your value, to affirm it, to affirm your worth, to not let yourself think thoughts that will push them away, to not worry about how they feel about you and not worry about what they're thinking, not worry what they're going to say, not worry that they're not going to blah, 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 and keep your mind on thoughts that describe you as powerful, confident, able, willing, loving, lovable, understood, understanding, trusted, trustworthy. All of the shit that you want to be, you have to describe yourself as that in order for it to be your reality. Said with love. I'm sorry. Okay. And thank you so much for the super chat. That's with love, girl. You got this. Like, but yeah. Like, what I really want to say is put on your big girl panties, really. But I know that we have these feelings in our body that it strikes nerves in us. It brings up traumas, right? It brings up old memories. But that's the problem, is that we're associating new shit with old trauma and pain and past stuff that has nothing to do with the current moment, and we're making them be the same thing. And we're reliving all of the bullshit that we've ever had over and over and over because we're not doing the work to separate our feelings from our thoughts. And we're not doing the work. I don't want to affirm this. And we're doing the work. I'm switching this around to keep the thoughts on track as well. Separate the feelings, allow them to be because they're valid and they need to be processed and sent on their way. The thoughts are a different story. They are not the same thing. Your thoughts are manifesting your future. They should not be attached to your feelings unless you're in a moment of joy or elation, happiness, satisfaction. Then, yeah, definitely match the thoughts to the feelings when you're feeling good and it's something you would like to experience again. But if you don't like it, detach thoughts away, separate feelings, allowed, process. It's okay. You can feel that way. It doesn't change anything. You're still all good. Life is still wonderful. Things are still working out. Two separate things. Okay. With love again. Sorry. It's just energy comes out. And I express. I'm expressive just in general. Okay. Mary S., thank you so much for the super chat. Says, my SV text today last minute canceling a vacation due to a work emergency. How do I rewrite this so I can go to Greece Saturday as planned? You're already in Greece. You watch Neville, you're already in Barbados. You're already there. You're going to Greece. Nothing can stop you. Nothing can change it. You're going no matter what period. And going to Greece, best trip ever. So glad life is working out. And whether or not your physical body is in Greece on Saturday, you're in Greece up here. You know, it's like let's do some like what ifs, because like we don't know how things are gonna react, but like we have people coming through here all the time, like on our Mindset Mondays. I'm pretty sure even last week we had one where I read someone's comment. They said something happened, trigger, blah blah blah. I didn't react. It got resolved in like an hour, and that happens to me a lot too. Like when I just like it's gonna be fine, I push through, it comes about anyways. So push through. It's going to happen. Don't feel canceled. Don't feel like it's the end. You're still going. Try not to convince yourself of the inevitability of you not going. Okay. Or I should say, try to unconvince yourself of the inevitability of you not going. And then if you do that, think about, it's like, okay, so let's say that you do it. I'm in Greece. And let's say you don't, and let's say you're not there on Saturday, but then like a week later, something happens and falls through where like Tiffany was talking earlier, how she was like, I don't care, the tickets are sold out, I'm still going to that concert. She got to meet them. You know what I mean? Not only was she there, she got to meet them too. So like it was like best case scenario. So keep at it, and even whether or not your body is there on this coming Saturday or not, you're still going to Greece. You're still in Greece. You're still having the time of your life. You're still so lucky and blessed. Everything's still working out for you. Keep that story going because you don't want to further cancel it out. You know what I mean? Like you got to, this thing is always in the future. So how do I rewrite this so I can go to Greece as planned? You're going, you don't have to rewrite anything. You're still going. His work emergency, a work emergency can get dissolved in an instant. Like to me, a work emergency sounds way like it's work emergencies are those things that come up that either help manifestations or like get in the way of them, like or let me back that up, because who knows why this thing is happening. But to me, it's like when I hear something like that, that's just like, that's your bullshit coming through to like sever some shit up, some ties, right? So like you have to like reconnect that tie, and a work emergency can be dissolved in a moment. It can get handled, like it can be handled right now. You don't even know. And it's Monday, so like you're still going. No worries. He's going to get it handled, and he's going to be extra attentive and kind and doting and caring because he feels bad for having even put you through this fear that you might not be going, because he knows that how important it is to you, and he's so excited to go with you. And you guys are so excited because you are still going. You're going to be in Greece with him, period. There's no other story to tell, okay? Okay. Lovingly Shay. Okay, this is, thank you for the super chat. This is referring to an earlier one. She says, my protection is due to my recovering alcoholic ex who's a potential SP if he can be sober. How do I affirm he loves sobriety? He's generally trying. I would say that it's probably, I mean, actually, I don't know you. I don't want to, wait, did we read yours earlier? I think we did, yeah. I don't want to assume anything, but my guess is that like a recovering alcoholic partner is a manifestation from something from early life. So, or like a repeat, a cycle, you know? So deal with the stuff underneath. I feel like I might be mixing up two people's questions. Oh, Kitty, I just saw yours. I'll get to yours too. Thank you so much. Oh, and Meg. Oh my gosh. Okay. You guys, I'm so sorry. I'm trying to get to all of them. Yeah. Okay, Shay, that was you that we talked about your. Okay, that was you. I just want to check, and I'm glad I did that because I saw the other super chats that I missed. I'll get back to you guys. I appreciate you. Okay, yeah. My protection is due to my recovering alcoholic ex who's a potential SP if he can be sober. How do I affirm he loves sobriety? He's genuinely trying. You have to see him as his best self. You have to describe him as his best self. You have to react to him when he's being his whatever version in the 3D as if in your mind he is the best self. And like, yeah, he's genuinely trying, but like that's okay. But you need to see him as completely healthy and healed and affirm that and say that and describe him as that and all the above, because you know, trying is not sober. And I'm not saying anything bad about either. I'm just saying those are two different realities. So if he's sober, then he's sober, and you need to hold him in the sobriety mentally. And I don't know what happened in your past, obviously. I mean, I guess it could be from an ex, but like, yeah, I guess that could be the first time you felt pain or chaos or worry or anything like that. If that, it is, then just be looking at that instance for the cornerstones, how you felt in the situation, what kind of thoughts you were thinking, because those things get recalled again when similar situations, like we kind of get triggered by something and it goes back to the way that we've handled things before and stuff and how we've experienced them, how we've reacted to them. So you want to look at the things you've experienced before to give you like insight on like what you've been doing this time to recreate it. And yeah, like if you want to see him if you want him to be sober and he's in the physical genuinely trying, you need to go to the end, like living in the end, like you need to go to the end of his sobriety and seeing him as his highest and best self, and saying that he's his highest and best self, affirming that he's his highest and best self. And you can join us at our self-love workshop that we're doing on the 15th. That is for this kind of stuff. We're going to be working on getting at the root causes of these things that make us keep doing this stuff over and over so we don't have to keep experiencing it. We're going to break our patterns in the self-love workshop. Okay, Meg, thanks for the super chat, says, SP said he doesn't feel like he deserves love, so he doesn't think he can give me commitment. What do I need to be affirming that he feels worthy of love? I mean, that right there. Like, he feels worthy of love. But, like, you got to work on what your story about him, your story about yourself, your story about worth and value, and, like, make sure you're not describing him as somebody who's not, like, you're listening to what he says. He's your manifestation. Don't listen to what he says. Change what he says in your mind so that you can manifest and change it in the 3D world. Like if you're on this chat, then you know that you can manifest things in the 3D world by focusing on them in the right way. So if someone tells you something and you believe it, you're manifesting more of that. You are doing it. If they tell you something that you don't like, don't soak that in at all. Like erase. Switch it to something else and soak that in, because you are picking your reality. And this is not one that's fun to pick. He is deserving of love. He sees that with him in himself. He is committed to you. He's glad you're bringing it out of him. He couldn't possibly love you anymore because he loves you so much. And you guys are having the best time ever, enjoying loving yourselves and loving each other and seeing what that's like. Don't let your manifest, like, stop letting your manifestations tell you what to think now. They said this, now what? Who cares? Who cares? Said with love, said with love. This is not just to you, this is for everybody. Who cares what they said? The only reason you should take what they said to heart is so that as data, you know that you have manifested that from them. So that means you need to counter that and watch out for any thoughts that match up to that kind of thinking so that you can stop it before it comes back around in your 3D world. Stop it before it starts again. You've got to be ahead. Like the mind is always creating the future. The body's always living in the past. The 3D world is the past. The 3D world is the past. It's always the past, okay? So if you let your past convince your future maker to change its course, you're going back in the same direction you've been before. Kitty, thank you so much for the super chat, and says, I don't have a question. I just want to give gratitude for this live and for last week's podcast, which was seriously amazing and the right thing at the right time for me. Proud of you. And I know you are I'm not going to say the H word. You are an artist who is completely fulfilled monetarily, physically, emotionally, spiritually by doing what you love. And it's reflected back to you in your 3D world. And congratulations to you and all of your success. By the way, the H word I was going to use was hustler. But you're not a hustler. You're an easer. You let things come to you. Scruffy looking. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says, how do you recover your self-concept after falling from an incredibly high place? I manifest my SP after receiving a tremendous amount of positive feedback from almost 40,000 people before my old self-concept crept in. How do you recover your self-concept after falling from an incredibly high place? Okay, well, first of all, we have to look at this. The feedback from 40K people is like, I mean, it's cool and it's nice to have. And obviously you appreciate the kind words. And I'm not trying to be callous. I'm saying this as somebody who like literally understands what that's like. But like it can't have anything to do with your self-concept. Because I mean, well, actually, let's take this back. It's a reflection of your self-concept, but it's not. We can't let it affect us. Just like the way that we were kind of talking the last question, like, but it's like the opposite. Like you let your manifestation affect you up here so much that now you need the manifestation to tell you that you're good enough, right? But you don't, because you got yourself to the place where you manifested those 40,000 reflections in the 3D world. That happened in your mind before you got them. Okay. But after you get something, like sometimes like what might have happened to you, this happens to a lot of people, or let me not say that. What could have happened to you is that after receiving this success, we fear losing it or keeping it, sustaining it, or getting it back again, or, if we can ever do it again. And that seed grows into a tree of where you're at right now. And so how do you recover your self-concept after from an incredibly high place? Just the same way you always do it. Do things you love. Separate your feelings from your thoughts. Let your feelings be processed in the body. Feel them. Acknowledge them. Allow them. Be kind and gentle to them and yourself, but let them pass. You got to transmute the energy, but your thoughts are completely different. These are two, like, these should not be, you shouldn't. I'm sorry. I just had to really just, sometimes the gross analogies come through and I'm just like, oh God. The upstairs should not, the consuming should not be done downstairs. You get what I'm saying? Should not be done from the dumpster, the waste area. Okay. It's very like giving me very, I keep seeing what was that movie? Human Centipede. That's what I see. That's where my mind went, is Human Centipede. When you are letting your 3D world tell you what to do and how to think going forward. You are the middle person in the human centipede, okay? So to recover your self-concept, first come to our live. I have to. It's on Thursday. We're having a live self-love workshop. I can't not tell you to come because that's obviously we're doing it on Thursday. We're talking specifically about this thing. But self-concept love, that is done in action and dedication. It's doing things throughout the day that actually make you feel good so that your feelings aren't sitting in like muck to where they're likely to attract and trigger thoughts that match that muck, right? So you're doing things that you like to do that make you feel good so that you're away from those darker feelings. And you're also, of course, keeping your thoughts on track, because that's what we do here. You're keeping your thoughts away from those thoughts that match up to those mucky feelings. And you're making yourself do these things every single day because you care about yourself and you realize that when you feel good and you think good, you don't have to do anything else except go on about your day and everything falls into place. So if you fell off the horse, get the fuck back on it. You did it once. What did you do? Start there and then make a list of things that make you feel good about you. Like for me, my list is like, or like that make you just zone out. You can enjoy yourself, making music, hanging with my dogs, hanging in my backyard, doing tarot, reading books. Sometimes I like, watching Mariah Carey videos on YouTube and singing in my living room, things like that. That just like, this has nothing to do with work. It has nothing to do with value. This has to do with me being myself and just enjoying life. More of those things throughout the day. Be paying attention to your thoughts to keep them away from the thoughts that manifest what you don't want. Okay. All right. I know there's more super chats that just came through. I think I got all the ones up before that. Queenie says, well, working on myself, would it be best if I completely shut out social media and disappear for a bit? Sorry, dude, to make messy. No, it's okay. And if I do yell at you, please know that it's from love. It's part of what we do here. I don't mean to do I don't want to yell at you. It's just the energy comes up and it just and I'm a very expressive person. So it just comes out very loud and like that, but it's said with love. So if I do yell at you, it's from love. And it's just because the message is here and wants to get to you in a certain way, or maybe that's the way it's going to be able to penetrate. I wish I hadn't said that word. And going forward, while working on myself, would it be best if I completely shut out social media and disappear for a bit? I would say if you're asking that question, you already know the answer. The thing about social media, and I don't want to affirm the 3D, but I'm just going to say it because I know you're new. So I don't mean that to put you down at all. Of course, welcome. I'm glad you're here because now you can start controlling your whole life. Social media can be extremely triggering. In all of this, it can trigger your self-concept, how you look, how you sound, if you're smart, your money, your family, where you live, what you have, how good it is, if your feed looks as good, if you have as many followers, if you have many if people like you, if you're good. It's just, there's so many ways that you can get triggered from social media. And we're not even talking about if you have an SP and you don't want to look at their stuff. We're just talking about opening the app. So if you need to take a social media break, fucking take it. And actually, I've been doing a new moon meditation because the new moon was on Friday. And one of the things she said is if you feel like you have to take a social media break this week, then take it. So because I heard those words today. So I think that, if you're asking, then you already know you do. And it's okay to totally do it. And it's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to go anywhere over the week. You're not going to miss out on any memes. You'll be just fine. You can get back to the memes, the TikToks when you get back or whatever, and just focus on you and healing yourself and giving yourself that love that you're missing or looking for, or whatever it is that you're looking for. Okay. I see Emily. Thank you so much for the super chat. I'm not sure if there's a question or just... Okay, here we go. Thanks, Emily. Says, what do you do about regret? Got invited to a camping trip, then a wedding. Chose the camping trip, ended up going terribly. Now I feel like I'm on a bad wavelength. How do I get back on the flow? Okay, first of all, changing your story. You always make the best decisions. You always choose the right thing. And if you did choose the camping trip and it got you to this place right now where you're feeling like you need to like do something like kickstart yourself, and that it was exactly where you needed to go. Because once you kickstart yourself and get started back on track and like, okay, I need to focus on myself. I need to get at it. Blah, blah, blah. Once you get back into it, you're going to amp it up. And that's exactly what you might have needed. And so I wouldn't look at it as you chose wrong. I would look at it and be like, damn, I know what I'm doing. My universe is guiding me in the right path always. And I'm going exactly where I need to. And you know what? It is time for me to step my shit up. It is time for me to focus on myself. I do need to meditate today. You know what I mean? Like, it's a good thing. So just say that it is and let it be. Say that it's a good thing, and then just don't tell yourself it's not. And if you do say it's not, unsay it. Say that it's a good thing again. You know, just talk back. And then do something that it was a good thing you would do. Meditate. Thank yourself. Do a list of gratitudes. Focus on what you're going to do next. Rewrite your story. Come up with a new game plan. Set your intentions for the rest of the month. Like, it's going to do good for you to reevaluate where you are, because obviously you needed it. So it was a good thing. So you did something good. Don't beat yourself up. You did the right thing and you're on the right path. Exactly. And just say that you are, and that's how you stay on it. Who's talking about new merch? Yes. Okay. We definitely want new merch. I'm getting help in that department. It's just been a lot for me to do by myself. So I am getting help in the merch department. If you have ideas for merch, you can either enter them here in the chat, and Leanne will, Leanne can, if you don't mind, Leanne, or Dina, either one, can record it, and we'll keep a document, or you can email us at hello@roxytalks.com if you have merch suggestions. Also, podcast episode suggestions. You can email us there. If you have ideas or, topics that you want to see me talk about, you can email hello@roxytalks.com. And also, still looking for a video editor. I've had some people come in, but the problem is, like, my podcast, they're 20 minutes, like 22 minutes of footage, and the podcast is like 20 minutes long. So it's just such a minute amount of editing that I just need somebody that's like, can just be like quick and zap it and pop it over to me. So if you're a video editor, please send me a resume and some links to your work and your rates for a quick turnaround. It's mostly like you just have to like watch it, and like sometimes there's cuts because my dogs bark. So like I try to like pause and wait till they stop barking, and so you just kind of cut those things and put the intro and the outro, and then that's pretty much it. But anyways, hello@roxytalks.com if you're a video editor. You're looking for just a couple videos a month. 4. All right. Focus. Back to focus. Okay. Lachey. Oh, hi. I hope I'm saying that right. Thanks for the super chat. Says, how do repeated affirmations change your belief system on a subconscious level, or are we bypassing in the moment? I've read that the subconscious doesn't pick up on affirmations if we don't believe in them. Okay, hold on. I'm waiting for an analogy to come through, because I feel like there's something specific that wants to be said. Okay. Think about repetition. That's how. It's just the same, like, it's a subtle brainwashing. That's how. And just like media subtly brainwashes us, they say in advertising, like, a person has to see an ad 7 times before they, like, it sinks in, it soaks in. You're exposing it to the conscious over and over and over. And with that constant exposure, we start to accept it, and whatever it is that we're talking about, or accept the inevitability of it, or whatever. We start to accept it, and because of that, you're like changing your subconscious beliefs as you're expecting something that you don't, maybe you didn't realize. And so this is what I want to say something like think about, like, if you were, I want to show you with like a new thought you've never thought. Let's say you got a new job. It's a brand new place you've never been before. So you're going to have like new thoughts that you've never thought before that are eventually going to manifest into things, right? So let's say that I'm trying to think of something that's just super random and like job specific that you would never, I don't know, like that copy machine hates me, right? You may have never like worked with a copy machine or whatever, but the copy machine hates me. I hate this copy machine. Oh God, oh my God, they want me to make 50 copies. Oh God, you start dreading it. And so every time you use the copy machine's breaking down or it's jamming the paper, you are convincing yourself every single day with every time that you deal with this copy machine that it hates you or whatever, and you're manifesting instances for it to break down. I'm totally making something up, but I think we can all like connect with what I'm saying, right? Like, you've been in a situation where you've never had that thought before, but now that I'm thinking it over and over, I'm thinking it over and over, I'm thinking it over and over. And look, there it is. Exactly like I fucking said, Janet. I knew Janet was going to say something about my boots today. I just fucking knew it. She always has something to say. I didn't know Janet 2 years ago, so I would have never thought Janet's going to say something about my boots today. But because I have been, watch Janet, she's going to say something, Janet, fucking Janet. We have now conditioned ourselves to expect Janet subconsciously to say some shit about ourselves, which is going to manifest in her saying some shit. So it's the same thing with stuff you actually want. We do it with stuff we don't like all the time. And that's why I wanted to think of something that was like we've done before, because we do it for shit we don't like all the time. And so it's like what I find, and this is not you, Lachey, just in general, like I find interesting that people don't come here and say like, how come, not that they don't, but like it's more. It seems that people have a harder time believing that positive things you can convince yourself of, but you've convinced yourself of a whole fuckload of negative stuff that nobody said you had to think. Or maybe someone did, but who cares what they think? Why are you listening to them? They're a piece of poo. You know what I mean? But you've thought that thought and worried that worry so much that you convince yourself that that could be inevitable for you. And so it's going to manifest in your world. So repetition is, you've said it, and you asked in your question, how do repeated affirmations change your belief system? It's the repetition over and over and over and over. We're creatures of habit. We're habitual creatures. That's what I was looking for. We're habitual creatures, and our brains create neural pathways, shortcuts, like synapses, like firing, like shortcut firings, your synapses, to things that we do on a repeated basis. We make shortcuts, pathways to them, so they're quicker to get to, because we know we go there often, and we're creatures of habit. We're lazy. We want to get there as fast as possible. So when you start repeating something over and over and over to yourself, whether you believe it at first or not is irrelevant. Eventually you're gonna, just like we believe that Janet's got something shitty to say, or just like we believe that the copy machine that has no feelings whatsoever hates us, Hope that makes sense. And thanks for the super chat. Scruffy looking, thank you again for the super chat. Says, also want to say thank you for your no BS approach. I love getting my weekly kick in the butt for Mindset Monday, already coming on Thursday. Yay! Thank you. I appreciate you. And I appreciate you letting me yell at you over the internet. Again, it's done with love. And definitely no BS, because who has fucking time for it? I don't have time for it. Like all these questions coming through, like if I was BSing through all this shit, no. Gotta get straight to the fucking point. Okay. Ariana Grande fan, thank you so much for the super chat. It says, how do I change my relationship with the family? They always tell me I'm a rude and disobedient child. I'm 18, but I never feel like I'm being that way. Example, last night my dad locked me out of the house for just going to get snacks. Okay. I'm so sorry. You don't deserve that, okay? Like, let me be the first to say that you don't deserve this treatment. Sorry, I'm trying to decide what I'm going to say here. You definitely don't deserve it. You are not, this isn't what you're supposed to get in life, okay? So, first things first, we need to rewrite the story about them, about who they are, how they behave, what they think of you, how they act around you, how they act towards you, how they act around themselves, how they treat themselves, how they treat each other, how they treat others. changing the story about how they interact with you. They love you. You can say that you're their favorite. They love your independent spirit. I don't know if I'm the black sheep, but they love the black sheep, and they're here for me either way. I don't know if you want to affirm that, but I'm just trying to think of different things that you could say. But ultimately, I'm not saying that it's your fault that this is happening, okay, at all. Please don't take that for what I'm going to say, but it is your manifestation, and it happens like, so it's not that you deserve it or anything like that, but it's like coming here and affirming it. And now we're talking about like, it's your truth. So it's manifesting, but like your mind's always in the future. So again, it's not that you deserve it. It's just that like, you had an instance last night, you got triggered. Let's just put it black and white, like what it is. Let's take out the elements from your story and just look at it black and white. We had a trigger happen last night that validated our fears, worries, insecurities, doubts that are being reflected to us by the people around us, closest to us, which is our family. And you reacted to it, which, I mean, obviously, it's understandable. Again, it's understandable. However, the mind's in the future. Your body was locked out. Your mind wasn't. But when you affirm and react and like continue the story by coming here and saying it, your mind is now locked out too. You know what I mean? Like you lock your mind out when you put it with your body. And so we have to change, again, the story about the family and the expectation and the description of what they're doing, but also work on your own worth, because you don't deserve this. And if you're manifesting it, then at some point in your subconscious, somewhere in within you, there is the story that like, this is your lot in life, essentially. Like that's the most basic way I can say it. Like without having a conversation with you, knowing exactly what it is that you say about yourself that creates this for you. So they love you. Like, and the other thing about parents is like, parents have their own trauma, and it kind of gets projected onto us, just like we project our trauma onto other people. And so we have to like separate ourselves and understand that like they're processing their trauma. And if somebody treats their child like this, then they probably weren't treated that great as a child either. And not that I'm saying that it's okay what they did. I'm just saying so that you can kind of be like, man, you must have really had it bad if that's what you're doing to me now. So like, I can't take that on. Like, I'm sorry that that's your baggage, but I'm not carrying that shit through the airport for you. Like, you got to carry your own bags. I'm putting this one down. Like, put down this bag. Is again, you don't have to carry it. You don't deserve it. You are a wonderful person. You're a wonderful child. You're the best child. You're equally the best child. I don't know if you have siblings. But instead of saying that you're rude and disobedient, no, they love your independence and your free spirit. And they're super supportive. They're super kind. They always say nice things to you. They're on board with you. They always back your ideas. They always have your back, things like that. They support you. And you're telling yourself that when they're not around you, when they're in your mind, and when when you got locked out. Let's just say, like, best case scenario, you get locked out. My family's so nice to me. They're so nice to me. I'm so glad I'm in my house. I love my house. I love living here. They're so kind to me. They treat me so well. They're so respectful of me. Respect. That's the one. Respect. There's the word we've been looking for. Self-respect needs to be shown to yourself by not allowing yourself to think the disrespectful thoughts, the thoughts that worry about being disrespected, the thoughts that validate and agree with and just acknowledge that you have been disrespected just by you, again, coming here, and it's not your fault, again, just by you coming here and saying this happened to you is an acknowledgement and affirmation of it. You're literally affirming that you're treated this way, that these are your affirmations. This is your truth. And so this is why it's happening. So you need to change your affirmations to, I am the chosen child. I'm the best child. I'm their favorite child. I'm the favorite child. That's a good one. I'm the favorite child. They respect me. They respect me. They respect my boundaries. They say respectful things to me. They respect me completely. They respect me 100%. I respect myself 100%. And I reflect that by not allowing myself to think or allow mentally anybody to disrespect me up here. And yeah, and like just try, I like, my advice is to stay neutral in the 3D and work on changing the story of them upstairs and not reacting to them in the way that you have before, changing that up. And we're all here for you, okay? So, like, you know, we got your back and stuff. And so do they, and so do you. So everything's working out for you. Jolena, okay, let me find you. How did I miss that? Okay, thank you, Jolena. Jolena says, coming out of a depression hole after losing myself, my pet, and some income. How do I regain my self-concept and revitalize my art business back to what it was? Okay. We've had quite the question like this today. And I have to say, because we have a self-love workshop happening on Thursday. So if you haven't signed up for that, please do. We're specifically going down the road, studying and going deep into the self-love whole on Thursday via Zoom. The link is pinned to the chat if you want to sign up. But I've kind of answered this question again, so I'm going to try not to repeat myself. But first things first, like, you haven't lost anything. There is no loss, because everything that ever will be created or ever has been is already here now. Energy can't be created or destroyed. We know that as a fact from science. We also know as a fact from science that time is not linear. Time does not exist in the way we think. So all things exist in the here and now at all times. So there is no possible way to lose anything. The idea of losing something is a mental block, right? And so I understand, like with a pet, let's say, like if you lose, if there's a physical loss on the, the physical plane, there may be a shifting in the relationship, but the energy of that pet or whoever we're talking about is not gone and is still there with you. If you are able to kind of shut down all the BS and connect with it, you'd be able to connect with that soul. So understanding that there is no loss, you didn't lose yourself. You're right here. You just typed a message. You're not lost. You're right there. If a earthly relationship has been transitioned, I feel you. I understand what that feels like, and I'm sorry that you're going through that. But the best bet for you is to move through those emotions, processing them, allowing them to pass through the body, the grief and all those things like that with your body, and then getting your thoughts on track and understanding that even if you're feeling that pain and it's valid, your thoughts are still creating your future. So it's just not worth letting them go to the, I don't want to call it a pity party, but the feelings party. So stop. Yeah. So you're not coming out of a depression hole. I want you to visualize right now yourself, like just out of the hole, on top of it, throw some dirt on top of it, pat it, close it up. There's no hole. You're fine. You're on solid ground. You're ready to go. Do that quick visualization right now, and like just tell, like, that's it. We're moving on from it. You are not in a hole, period. Okay. So from now forward, I am working every day to remind myself that I'm in control, to do things that show myself love personally, to keep my thoughts on track. So I'm not letting my thoughts manifest more stuff to be depressed about, because that's what the real problem is. If you let your thoughts continue describing how things are shitty, you get more shit, because your thoughts are always in the future. They're always describing the future. You may think that you're only describing your current moment with your thoughts, but you're doing two things. You're reacting to your current, and you're making yourself a future experience. So your words are always creating your future experience. There's no way around it. You can't stop this. If you're on planet Earth, conscious or alive, you are using your thoughts to describe your future, and there's nothing you can do about that. Okay. So don't use them to describe and cycle in what you're experiencing in the physical reality if you don't like it, because you're just going to make more. So, or I should say, you're making more. You're making more depression. When you talk about depression, you're making depression stew. You're not just talking about it. You're literally adding the ingredients and putting that shit on the stove. So, So how to regain it? Just like I've been saying, we need to figure out what makes you happy as a person. Make a list of things you like to do. Again, my business coach made me do this. I'll tell you what's on my list. Hanging out in the yard, hanging with my husband, hanging with my dogs, going for a walk, jumping on my trampoline, watching. It's really like watching videos on YouTube, but like twerk videos or Mariah Carey or cat videos or raccoon babies or people making sushi for cats. Doesn't really matter. You know, I can watch YouTube stuff that takes me out of the moment. Reading, doing tarot, singing. Those are the things that will completely put me back into my space as a human being of just like, oh yeah, this is me and I enjoy what I'm doing, right? So you're making a list and finding those things. Make a list of them so that whenever you're feeling shitty, pick something off the list. I don't care what it is. Just pick one and do it. You like to color? Grab a coloring book. You like to stretch? Stretch. You know what I mean? Like put some stuff on a list for yourself. This is your self-care list or your self-love list or whatever you want to do. The happy self, the happiest, best self, the best self list. The things that you like to do that don't have to do with worth, money, value. They're just you enjoying yourself. Usually it's a lot of the stuff is stuff you used to do as a kid. So those things that you like to do or the things you like to do now, put them on the list so that when you start to feel any kind of way, you can just pick one of those things off the list and do it. And then you should also be doing it, at least one of them every single day, to bring yourself those feelings of fulfillment and satisfaction every day. Meditation every single day. And then 360 method, I always say, keep your thoughts on board. Always keep your thoughts on board. If you don't know 360 method, that's my personal approach to manifesting, my signature method. You can find out more on YouTube and roxytalks.com. And we're also doing yes, June's Kitchen. Brandon, of course you know. Of course you know. Yes, I was exactly talking about June's Kitchen. If you don't watch June's Kitchen is like, it's what YouTube was made for. It is the most wholesome, like, what's the word? Like engrossing, captivating content. Like it's so peaceful. Oh my God. I love June's Kitchen. I gotta let's just give them a little, we gotta give them a little shout out because their channel's so cute. Yes. Brandon, of course you watch June's Kitchen. Okay. And what was I talking about? Oh yeah. So, watch June's Kitchen. That'll make you feel good. And watch the channel. I can't remember the channel name, but they rescue like raccoons and they like give them like Cheeto balls and they do like chicken nugget taste tests with raccoons. Premium content. Sorry, I just thought when you give a raccoon a cheese ball, like a cheese puff, they like roll it between their hands. It's very, very cute. Anyways, so yeah, so you're adding things into your day every day that make you feel good and know like kind of get you back to zero. You're meditating every single day, get yourself back to zero to like an even point so you're not like tumultuous in your feelings. You are keeping your mindset focused, keeping your thoughts on board, and keep your story straight. Keep your story going of what you want to manifest and not allow yourself to react and tell something unproductive and reacting to your 3D world and your feelings and stuff. Okay. I hope, Leanne, can you please let me know? I hope I got all the super chats. I think it's not letting me scroll up anymore on this thing. Oh, wait. What is this? Okay, no, we did that one. Okay. I think I got them all. 2222 in the UK. All right. Nicole says, don't you think tarot can make you feel anxious? I was sometimes anxious. Well, I don't want to think that anything's going to make me anxious because then it will, for one. And second, like, it does what you say it does. Your reality is reacting to your mind. And so if you think that tarot makes you anxious, then it does. If you look at tarot and like, ooh, then it's going to give you something to go, ooh, about. It's a mirror. Nicole, I don't see the rest of your thing. I just see you manifest, or I see you affirming. I tend to mess in the middle. Don't say that. I'm good at staying in the end. I'm really good. I'm staying focused. It works out for me. Oh, that's the same person. Okay. I'm good at staying focused. I'm living in the end. I know my shit is working out for me. Like, affirm the opposite. You don't have to affirm the stuff you're bad at. Say that you're good at it. Sana, you said you can't wait for Wednesday. Okay. I know you're in the UK. It's on Thursday. I don't know. I think you're ahead of me, so that should be Thursday for you. Sorry, don't miss this bill. Thursday, 3 p.m. PST. Please check with Google. Make sure that you get the right time and stuff, so you're there. Because we do want to hear your British accent, and we can't hear it if you're on the wrong day. Okay. Mona Lisa says, can you explain the terms consciousness and state of mind in simple LOA words? Consciousness is like awareness, what you're aware of, what you focus on, what you think about, what you know to be true, what, like, I am conscious of the fact that I'm awake. I am speaking on live stream. I'm wearing a fucking jet ski uniform. I'm in a pink room. I have lights around me. I'm 37 years old. I live in California. Like, those are the things. That's what I'm conscious of, and that's why I'm manifesting it every single day, every moment. Repeats similar to it, because as I'm experiencing it, I'm like affirming that it's around me, and it's just like replicating somehow or something. State of mind, I would say, is like your mood, where your thoughts are at any given moment. Your state of mind, like literally your state of mind is like where your thoughts are right this moment. What is your state of mind? Are you in a good mood? Are you thinking good thoughts? Are you thinking shitty thoughts? Are you thinking productive thoughts? Are you thinking unproductive thoughts? Are you thinking thoughts that exist in and match up to your chosen reality? Or are you thinking thoughts that are keeping you out of your chosen reality? The opposite of ghosting. Watch my video about making your SP obsessed. Powerful mind. Roxy, need your advice. Your SP is coming to pick up their stuff. What do? You act cool as a cucumber. Let them go. Let them go with love. Help them if they need help. Smile. Whatever you got to do to keep yourself neutral, kind, not reactive, and let them go. Because right now, what you're experiencing. Okay, so I like this one because we can explain this mind in the future, body in the past thing with your example. So I've been saying recently, your mind's in the future. Well, I say it all the time, whatever. Your mind is in the future, describing a future moment. Your body is experiencing the 3D world. This is the past. The present moment is always in the past. Like, as soon as it's the present moment, and it's already the past, right? So whatever happens in your 3D world, whatever your body goes through, that is a 3D rendering, or a printout, a 3D printout, what do you want to think about it, of your previous thoughts. So your body is about to experience some of your past manifestations up here, your past thoughts. Right now, your body is about to be subjected to the shit that you did with your thoughts prior to this moment. And that's fine. This is how we change these things. But your fears, worries, doubts, insecurities, and definitions of your relationship has brought your body to this moment now. Okay? If you then take this moment where your body is experiencing the past and use your mind to think, this sucks, I hate this, oh my God, why, no, please don't, oh my God, no, you are creating the next instance for your body to have to deal with something like this, okay? So this is why it's very important that your person comes over, and whatever they do, you're just hey, I wish you the best. I wish me the best. Of course I'll help you. I'm happy to help. Happy to help because I have everything I need. I'm completely satisfied. I want you to be completely satisfied. You're in my reality. I want the best for you too, right? Because that mindset is creating the next thing that your body is going to have to deal with, okay? So Don't use this time when your body is, we know your body's about to go through something physical that you don't like. Don't make the mistake of letting your thoughts go along with the party, or else this is not going to be the last time you experience something like that. Not saying that you're going to be done forever, but it's going to help you make this not the thing anymore. It's going to help you get through it's going to help you get through times that are hard, and it's going to also help you lessen the amount of hard times you manifest in the future. Oh, what did I just do? Oh my God. Oh, that's the video. I clicked it. I was like, I was just talking about this video. Oh my God, get out of here. I want this one. Yeah, okay. Julia says, how do I always stay positive like you, Roxy? So I have always the mindset to manifest what I want without any weaknesses. If you don't know how I do it by now, like, and I say this with love, you know how I do it. I tell you exactly how I do it. I just said it like 7 fucking times. I meditate every day. I keep my thoughts on track every day. I do 360 method all day long, every day. I listen to affirmations all the time. I listen to positive content all the time. I'm on top of my shit all the time. That's how. I'm not naturally like, I don't even finish that sentence. I am naturally fucking positive right there. And that's how I do it. I pay attention to what I'm saying and what I'm thinking. And I don't let myself say something shitty or small, period. If I'm paying attention, I'm saying something better. And if you catch me not saying like the best thing, it slipped by the gate. And that's fine. I'm a human being. I'm getting better every single day. And that's it. I just do it every day. There's no way around it. I have to meditate. Excuse me. I enjoy meditating every day. I really like what it does for me and what it does for my world. I script every night, every single night. The only difference between me and other people that aren't doing what I do is because I do it all day, every day. That's the only difference. I've done it so much that I can catch myself more often than most people who haven't done it as often as I have done it, because I've made it such a habit. I've deeply ingrained it into my subconscious so much by making myself. I've been making myself pay attention to my thoughts and say what I want for like over 2 years straight. That's the only answer, is that I keep doing it every day. If I stopped, it would stop, because my mind is always manifesting. And so, you know, this is my job. So I am immersed in this world, but I work on it. I try, I put effort into it every single day. There's just there's no excuse not to. There's no reason not to, because everything is affected by it. Sorry, the video looks all fuzzy all of a sudden. I don't know why. Hazel says no music, no TV helps a lot. So my personal rules are like, during the day, I have on affirmations, positive content, inspirational stuff, or just like what do you call it? Meditation music, like healing tones. And then after work, or like after I'm done with my day, then I'll watch like whatever shows I want to watch. I'm careful. Like I used to watch like a lot of, are we frozen? What's going on with this? I used to watch a lot of like murder shows and stuff. Like I was a criminal justice minor, so I used to be very much I'm sorry, I'm like watching the iPad like glitch out. Like I don't know what to do about my signal. It's on Ethernet. Like there's literally nothing else I can do about it. I don't think so though. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Oh yeah. And so yeah, I watch the content that I consume, and I only allow myself to consume it in certain times. And I'm very conscious of not letting it sway how I feel about myself or my world. And if I notice it doing it, then I'll try to turn it off, or I'll turn it off, or I'll make sure that I'm cleaning up my thoughts while I'm watching it. Okay. Jinx said, "This shit works if you fucking work it." There's no way around it. I don't think. I mean, well, you could just say you just manifest all the time, no matter what. But if you're having thoughts that counteract that or contradict it, they need to be corrected, or redirected. Dream Mutt, you got scammed out of a lot of money and don't know how to move forward. I just talked about loss maybe like 15, 20 minutes ago. It would be like almost an identical answer. So I would just say like rewind a little bit. I was talking to somebody about they recently lost a pet and some money. So it's very similar situation. So I'm going to defer to that for that. But as far as like getting scammed, just be careful of like, don't think about the guilt of it. Think of it more of it. It's just, you're a very trusting person, and it's okay that whatever happened, because it's leading you to this moment now where you're going to be able to protect yourself and keep yourself open, and it's okay, and everything's fine. And this thing is working out for the best. There is no loss at all. Money's all around you as it is. So you're changing the story and not reacting to that to create more instances like this. And it says, for scripting, do you keep repeating the same topics if there hasn't been movement, or do you wait until there's movement and then do an update? What do you mean no movement? I've literally never heard that, and I don't know what it means. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you affirming and thinking no movement? Why are you? We don't affirm that. It doesn't exist. So like, if you're scripting and what I would say is look into your daily life of when you're contradicting that thing that you scripted about. How many times a day are you saying it's not here? How many times a day are you noticing that there's no movement? How many times a day are you pushing it away with your thoughts, fears, worries, insecurities, doubts, blah, blah, blah? And then also, if something's not coming up, look at what internal shit is going on under there. What fears, worries, doubts is this striking us? What does this remind us of from our childhood or our youth? Look deeper at the situation versus just, the surface level things that are manifesting. There is movement, and see what kind of subconscious blocks you might have going on surrounding this subject. And you're describing the life that you have now that the thing that you script about is yours. So that's what your scripting needs to reflect. I hope that makes sense. I intend that makes sense. And I apologize. Oh, is the video back to normal? All right. Oh, no, there it goes again. I don't know. It looks crunchy. Okay. Next lifetime says 10 times as much money is coming back to you. Yeah, money is all around you. And also start loving. Yeah, like, okay, so you're 10x it. I've just been saying money comes back to me times 3 from like the craft or whatever. So just say what you say. And then like, if money leaves your physical reality, yes, thank you so much. I'm about to make 3 times as much. I'm about to make 10 times as much. I am so excited because that money is coming back to me times 3 or whatever, or times 10 or times 5 to double. It comes back to me 5-fold. Just say that it is what you want it to be, Why do you keep typing top over and over? What are you talking about? Ali just said, I just noticed that Roxy looks like Nicki Minaj. Stop it. Just stop. Thank you. That's very, very nice of you. I should screen that. I'm going to screenshot. Should I screenshot that? I should screenshot that. Put that in my little folder. Thanks. Okay. Joe says, hey, Roxy, lots of love from India, and it's 3 a.m. in the morning. Oh, my God. Thank you for staying up and welcome and hi, and thank you. And OMG. Sleep. Thanks for being here. Abby, good night. Good talking to you. Good seeing you. Oh, there's a cat. Oh, there it is. Sana says, I've never affirmed on here until now, but any tips on manifesting my asthma away? I love life too much to have airways like this. Airways like what? Airways that are open and airways that are open and healthy and clear and functioning at 100%. You're 100% healthy. You breathe so well. You breathe deeply. I don't have it, so I don't know like exactly what affirmations to use, but like do a left hand, right hand column sheet on it and like put asthma at the top, write down all the things that, all the symptoms or all the thoughts that you have. Even this one, I deserve, where did it go? Hi. I love life too much to have airways like this. Don't associate yourself with those airways. Those aren't your airways. You know what I mean? Like your airways are pure and open and fun and like big and wide, and I don't know what it's supposed to look like. But figure out what it's supposed to look like when it's at its best, and then it does look like that. Visualize it. Visualize your airways being open. You watch my Bell's Perfection video. Like literally do that with your asthma. I've talked about it a lot. So, and we're not even going to affirm it. That's the last time we're going to say her name. She doesn't exist to us. We don't know. Never heard of her. If she calls, I'm sorry, I'm not home. And you just move forward like it's just not it's not something that you're attaching to your story. If you have to treat it, okay. You can take an inhaler and literally not think about the fact that you're taking an inhaler and not say, oh, I wish I could blah, blah, blah. You can be like, I'm breathing fine. I'm breathing fine. I breathe fine. I breathe deep. I breathe clear. My lungs are so healthy or something like that. You're affirming those kind of things and don't affirm it at all ever again. That was our first and last time. And that's awesome. Oh, what have I done? So if you are somebody who is working on self-love or your self-concept and you're wanting to really change your manifestations at the core, join us for our self-love workshop happening on July 15th. That is this coming Thursday. We're going to get live. We're going to connect with each other. There's going to be great interaction with the group. There's going to be live coaching on the call and lots of healing, loving ourselves, connecting with ourselves and each other, and that's going to be a really fun one. So that's happening July 15th. The link is in the chat to sign up, or you can also sign up at my website, roxytalks.com. Oh, the Letting Go book. Yeah, okay. Thanks, Dina. That is our new book club book on the website, roxytalks.com. If you go to I think it's in our forum. In the forum, we have the book club, and we're doing Letting Go by Dr. David Hawkins. Thanks, Leanne. Dr. David Hawkins, Letting Go. Leanne just linked the book club post in the chat. I grabbed mine on Amazon. It came the next day. Janina, if my voice is really quiet today, maybe it's my microphone. I can turn my gain up, but I don't want to turn it up too loud. Okay. Ed says, ooh, synchronicity. I have this book waiting for me to pick up at the library. Ed, you better go get it. Elisa James, how can you affirm having a boo? You just did. I have a boo. Say that you have it. It's a sentence. Just use it to your advantage. Ollie, can I explain birds before land? Is there a video on my podcast? No, I don't have anything on, because I talked about it in the beginning of this episode of Mindset Monday, a little bit briefly, because somebody was manifesting a lottery win, ended up their brother manifested winning, or their brother won the lottery and then asked them to go pick it up. And so I was like, the reason I don't have anything on it is because I don't really talk about it or subscribe to it, because I just don't personally, I'm not out here looking for signs all the time. And it's just not like, I don't like to personally, I'm not promoting it personally because it's not part of my shit. So I don't know enough about it. I don't subscribe to it. I don't enough to talk about it. Somebody had an experience where I was like, I would say that's probably what birds before land is. So don't give up on your manifestation because someone else got it, or because, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Yeah, I would say the best bet is to just rewind this video to the beginning when I talk about it. Because, I mean, I barely talked about it. We talked about what it looks like, and I mentioned that it is probably that. But again, you don't want to hear me talk about it because I'm not the expert on it. I don't know. I don't know. I just, like, I don't see to me, it's like, if I'm worried about my signs, I'm not convinced I have my manifestation. Like, if you're worried, oh, I saw a sign, like, great. What else? Like, what the fuck does it matter? Yeah, they're great and they're wonderful, but what do they have nothing to do with the fact that your manifestation is already coming. So putting all this stock into it is just, it's like, there's no point in it to me. In my personal opinion, that's why I don't talk about it, because there's why. Podcast idea: how to use your thoughts to reparent your inner child. Maybe that sounds out of my wheelhouse. Hey, Oka says, birds before land is just things coming closer in your reality and showing you there's still a tiny bit of resistance, but it's nearly here. Okay. Yeah, Brandon, it's like, or just say you got your signs, your shit is here. Yeah, just say you have it. That's why, like, that's, again, the reason why I don't, it's because it's taking the power out of the fact, like, I don't need a fucking sign. Yeah, show me a bird. I don't care. I know land is coming. Like, I don't care if I see 1,000 birds or 0 birds. I'm still heading in the fucking direction that I know land is. So what do the birds have? Like, why do I care if there are birds or not? Like, yeah, birds are great. They're beautiful. Great to look at. And thank you for the abundance of this world. But, like, I just don't see the value in hanging so much on signs, because you're affirming just in doing that you don't have what you want. And that mental space, that thought that you just used to describe a reality where you almost have what you want, should have and could have been used to describe a reality where you do have it. It's a waste of a thought, in my opinion. That's why. Okay. Thanks, Leanne. And Dina, thank you so much to the mods. Thanks for keeping the chat healthy and productive for everybody. Can you change your astrological birth chart? If you think you're bound to it, then you are. And it says, I always wonder if signs or birds before land are coming from your own thoughts manifesting and not really about the manifestation. I mean, like, think about what you're saying. Like, I love you, Ed, but literally, just like to break down what you're saying. Your own thoughts manifesting and the manifestation are the same thing. Ooh, Laura says, I had an interview with the Boston Red Sox, something I manifested wanting to work on sports team. Yes, that's amazing. How exciting. Joe, yeah, this video will be saved on the YouTube channel after we're done. Julia says, can you please upload a podcast that helps to cool down if you're aggressive / anxious? Julia, I do have anxiety affirmations on the podcast. They're probably real deep down there, though, because it was like probably a year ago that I released it. But they are there. They're on YouTube, too. They're like I think it's called like anti-anxiety affirmations or something like that. But it's like to calm you in the moment. It's like exactly what I created it for. Okay. Nancy says to Tiffany about healing our inner child. The way I healed mine was mostly positive inner conversations and just treating myself the way I would treat my own child. Works wonders. Yeah, we got to be kind to ourselves, and we got to get those thoughts out. Like, you've got to be nice to yourself and your thoughts, and you've got to not let yourself think thoughts that diminish you or describe you as weak or not capable or not having what you want or whatever. Oh, thanks, Leanne. Leanne, link to the affirmations for anxiety. Aisha, affirmations for ultimate confidence. I have a couple. I have several like confidence-based affirmations on YouTube here and my podcast and my website. Christine says, want to be a Scorpio sun than a Virgo sun. Okay, then embody what a Scorpio sun does. You're fucking looking at it, bitch. I'm not sitting here worried about whether I can change something. I'm saying I am this now, period. I'm not looking for signs. I'm not worried about when it's coming. It is my reality now. And I'm doing things to make me happy and settle my fucking unease when it comes up in the moment. And that's it. Every single day, my own well-being and satisfaction has to be on the forefront of my mind if I want that to be my 3D reality. Julie, I appreciate you. Thank you. Woodland, yes, your brother is healthy, fully recovered. We're sending him all our love and healing energies and healthy energies, excuse me, even better. Okay. All right, I'm going to start saying my okays of trying to get off. Let's do our group affirmation together. Was I a Libra cuss? I am in the heart dead center of Scorpio. I'm Scorpio. No Libra energy here. That's not true. It might be somewhere in my chart. All of my energy of my chart is on the second half of the year side. Like the only thing on my chart that is on the opposite side of the wheel is my Taurus, which is my opposite because I'm a Scorpio. Everything else is between like Leo and like Capricorn. Okay. All right. Okay, group affirmation. Jarika, OMG, you're so good at remembering. That's actually what it is. Tiffany says, totally off subject. Roxy looks so 80s fabulous today. Thank you. I felt like jet ski Barbie today. I need some of those sunglasses with like the straight top. I mean, I have some. I'm just not wearing. need to put them on to complete the look. Like some Amber Rose, like almost like a goggle. Okay. Nancy, where can I look up all this information? Start here on this channel. I've done hundreds of videos trying to like break it down in the most plain English that I can. Tons of different analogies to help you understand. Like literally every video has like a different analogy to help you understand lots of different topics. There's lots of stuff on the channel to help you. Julia says, we all get what we want. Yes, we do. Oh yeah, my south node is Gemini, so I guess that would be over there on that side of the wheel too. Nicole says, I'm a Pisces. I would also like to be a Scorpio. Then write down what it is you think Scorpios are or embody, and then do those, like embody, say that you are those things. I have a little Scorpio mug, and it says on inside the mug, like when it's empty, it has little words written in it, and it says, I'm mixing mine and my husband's up. He's a Sagittarius. Mine says brave, passionate leader. So brave, passionate leader. I was like, okay, those are, I would use those words to describe myself. So, or we just say bold, passionate leader. Either one, doesn't really matter. Say those, I am bold. I am brave. I am passionate. I'm a leader. There you go. You're done. Now use those affirmations. Say that you are that. Don't worry about trying to manifest yourself to be different or trying to be something else. Say that you are what you want to be. Say that you are what you want to be. Say that you have what you want to have. That's it. That's the end of it. That's all. There's no other way around it. If you want it, say that you have it. There's a lot of Scorpios in here. Holy shit. What's up, Scorps? Okay. When you're not exactly clear on what you want to do, example with career, just even saying that you're clear. I am clear. I know exactly what I want to do. Or, start there. Say, I know exactly what I want to do. Start brainstorming, right? List things out on the ground or on a piece of paper. Get them out of your head. Start somewhere. Start working on something and just allow the information to come to you and just affirming instead of, I don't know what to do. I know exactly what to do, or I'm figuring it out and it's really fun figuring out what it is I'm here to do or something like that. Okay. Oh, Andrea's an 11/11 Scorpio. Ooh. My cousin has that birthday too. Dina says a proud Sagittarius. Oh, that makes sense why we get along. I always get along with Sagittarius females. Not females, excuse me. Well, yeah, like the girls I notice that I have the best relationships are either like Sagittarius or Capricorns. Or I don't even know how to say, like, just a lot of my friends end up being those signs. My husband, obviously. Both my parents. I have a lot of Sagittarius in my life. Okay. So, Tiffany, I love it. Okay, we're using Neve, I love it. I'm living my dream reality. I like yours. I'm gonna use Tiffany's because I like Tiffany's. My life is exactly what I want it to be. Okay, I love it. That's gonna be our group affirmation today. Oh, Neve also said, I am rich. Yes. Julie says, I am in control. Yes. Okay. Our group affirmation is my life is exactly what I want it to be. So everybody take a moment. Let's just close our eyes. Take a deep breath and release it. Take another one and release it. Clear your mind, erase out the thoughts. Let the thoughts quiet down. Visualize them being erased. Visualize them being dissolved, turning down the volume, no longer having power anymore. And as we are clear and free and connected and calm, we're going to affirm, my life is exactly what I want it to be. My life is exactly what I want it to be. My life is exactly what I want it to be. My life is exactly what I want it to be. My life is exactly what I want it to be. My life is exactly what I want it to be. My life is exactly what I want it to be. You can use that today. That's a good affirmation. Thank you, Tiffany, for sharing that with us. My life is exactly what I want it to be. I like next lifetime. So I'm super sexy and have a lot of money. Exactly. I love it. Don't forget, you can join us for, it's kind of like Mindset Monday, but like we can talk to each other. So who was it? Was it Sana earlier? Somebody was saying that we need to have a group chat or where you could actually talk. That's going to happen on Thursday for the live workshop. We'll be able to chat with each other. We'll be able to do live coaching on the call. We're going to be, again, connecting to ourselves, connecting to each other. It's going to be a good time, and it's going to, not just a good time, but a beneficial time as well. And I'm going to be giving you a lot of good tips that you should better take into your life and apply and do every day so that you maintain the work and the progress that we make on the workshop. So roxytalks.com, our self-love workshop is happening this Thursday, 3 p.m. PST. If you're in the US, if you're not in the US, it might be on Thursday. Nope, that's not what I said. It might be on Friday. I don't know, internationals. I'm American, and I apologize for my Americanness. I'm American with love. And with love for all peoples everywhere, no matter where you are. I just don't know your time zones very well, or your currency, or your language, or your accents. But I'm trying. Anyways, Jinx, can we send questions ahead of the workshop? You can send them. I can't guarantee that I can't guarantee anything. Let's just say that. If you want to send it to me ahead of time so I kind of know like what's on your mind, okay. But it's just like this isn't one of the workshops where we have guaranteed coaching. This is like chosen at random coaching. So send me your question. Maybe it would be something. I don't want a whole bunch of people to send me questions though. Well, actually, you'd be sending it to Leanne, but yeah, but let's not have a whole bunch of people just because I can't guarantee that your question's going to get asked or answered. But like, I also can guarantee that whatever it is your question is, it will get answered if you listen and understand and apply it to yourself. Like everything that you're going through will be answered. All questions will be answered. It just, you might have to apply it to your personal situation, but you can email it to hello@roxytalks.com. Just you. Nancy, how much USD? It's 34 USD, but we have a bundle because we have 3 workshops for the summer. We just had a workshop 2 weeks ago. So obviously we can't attend it in the past, but you do get the recording for all 3 of the workshops. So if you purchase the bundle, you get the workshop recording from the last one, which was a Take Them Off the Pedestal workshop. And then obviously you get tickets for this coming one on Thursday. And then at the end of the month, we have the F the BS Letting Go workshop as well. So lots of fun. My South Africa. She said your South African accent attempt still haunts me. I could give you one every week. You want a new one every week? I could give you a new one. It'll never stop wanting you. Okay. Nicole, you tried clicking on it for all 3, but it wouldn't go through. Okay, if you want to email hello@roxytalks.com, they can get you situated and get you straightened out. Do it every week. Okay, someone said a Colombian accent. I don't know Colombian. I only can do a South Africa a little bit, only because I had a friend who was South African and she had a dog named Pepper and she said Pepa, and that's the only reason why I even can kind of, as Sanam would say, I'm not nailing the South African accent. But Elsie, hello. South Africa. Pepa. I don't know what else to say. But it also sounds kind of New Zealand. They're very similar. Neve, we have a live workshop happening via Zoom on Thursday. It's a self-love workshop, and it's going to be a really good time. Connecting with ourselves, connecting with each other, live coaching on the call, practices and theories and actionable steps that you can use in your real life to maintain the love that we are opening up and connecting with on the Thursday workshop. And if you want more info, roxytalks.com, or it's linked in the chat as well. Yeah, it sounds more New Zealand. I know. My New Zealand and my South Africa are pretty much the same. And they're only slightly different from my Australian because the Australian is tall. It's more tall. Hold on. Tall. Australian. And the New Zealand is flat. Hello. Oh, okay. There's that. No one asked for a British accent. Okay, all right. So, I love you guys. I appreciate you. Nobody wants to hear me go through my 6 accents that I can totally butcher. We would love to see you there, Neve. So, we'll be there if you can make it. And if you can't make it time zone wise, you get a recording emailed to you after it. So, get it. Cockney, is that the one? Okay. Cockney, hello. And then I also like, what's this one that's Austin Powers? This one. Yeah, baby. What's that one? That one's also really flat. What is this? He's like, it's something pumped up just to say hello, but now it's going back down below. Okay. Sydney, how do you manifest friends? I have a manifesting friends video on YouTube. I talk at length for about 15 minutes about it. Okay, all right. I gotta get going. I gotta do the podcast today. Let me tell you what Wednesday's podcast is about. Wednesday's podcast. Wednesday, July. Did I not make a note for myself? Wait, no, it's from last week. Oh, it's about self-love. Of course. It's self-love week. What else could it possibly be about? Groovy, baby. Yes, thank you. What is that one called? What is that accent called? Okay. Tiffany says, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Roxy and the mods. See you Thursday at the live workshop. Yes, Tiffany, we're excited to see you. Brad, hi. Brandon says, that's however the Spice Girls talk. Exactly. Spice World, one of the best movies of all time, by the way. Oh, Heyoka says that is 1960s comedy London accent. Okay. All right, baby. Duddy says, no idea that I loved your awesome powers. If I had to do Snatch Game, if I ever did Snatch Game, I don't know why I think of these things, but I do have it. I would do Austin Powers. That's like the only thing I think I would be able to. Oh, I could probably do a Spice Girl. Okay, no one asked. Lindsay, how's the Louise Hay going? The Louise Hay book I read so fast. I read it faster than it took me to put the post up on the forum for the book club. So I just skipped to the next book, which is Letting Go by Dr. David Hawkins. But the Louise Hay Heal Your Life is a great book. And it's a good manual too, because she has like a list of different causes for physical ailments in the body, so it kind of helps you like know where to look when you're experiencing physical stuff. So the book club book that we're reading right now is Letting Go by Dr. David Hawkins. You can check out more at my website, roxytalks.com. Go to the forum tab, and that's the book club thing is under the forum. Oh, and then Leanne linked it right here in the chat as well. Okay. Heyoka says, you'd be amazing as a Spice Girl. You should do a skit. I loved the Spice Girls. I was definitely their target market. Okay. I guess to go. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Don't forget that everything in your life. What was our affirmation that we said together? My life is exactly what I want it to be. My life is exactly what I want it to be. When you affirm my life is exactly what I want it to be, remember that your thoughts are always in the future. What you say and speak and state is always in the future. So when you say, my life is exactly what I want it to be, you are creating the reality where your life is exactly what you want it to be. It may not feel that way in the 3D world, but who cares? Don't admit that. Just affirm my life is exactly the way I want it to be. Okay. Nancy, no, I have not read that book. Hey, Oka says that feel the top takes me back. Girl, it is a bodysuit. Get on your jet ski. Okay. All right, y'all. I gotta go. I gotta record the podcast and do other things in our life. I love you and appreciate you. Your life is exactly the way you want it to be. Everything's working out for you. Everything's working out best case scenario. Please like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe if you haven't liked already the video. This dog, they know my sign-offs. They just came in. Please like and subscribe if you're here. If you are, which you are, obviously, because who else am I talking to? Please hit the like button. Please subscribe. Please share if you have somebody that would be benefiting from this information. And join me on this Thursday, 3 p.m. PST for our self-love and deep connection workshop happening via Zoom. Learning how to love ourselves the best way possible every single day, making a habit and a lifestyle out of it, and of course, connecting to our fellow community members. And there's chances for live coaching with me on the call as well. That's happening this Thursday, July 15th, 3 p.m. PST. Roxy Talks Self-Love, a Deep Connection Workshop. RoxyTalks.com for tickets. Rachel, we're just about to head out, but you can rewind it and we'll be there with you in spirit. And we're all sending our healing and good health vibes to you. Strength, power, beauty. Okay. I love you guys. I appreciate you. We're all ready. Oh, hey, okay. It's 11 p.m. That's the second time twice on this chat we've called out. Nope. No, it was 22 last time. Same thing, right? All right. I love you guys. I appreciate you. We're all raising our vibrations together. You have the power. I believe in you.